Good afternoon. This is Monday, October 3rd, about 6:30 p.m. This is a meeting of the Utilities Committee of Troy City Council. My name is Doug Tremblay. To my right is John Terwilliger. To my left is Bill Twiss. We are the committee. We are here today to listen to recommendations from staff about some codified ordinance language changes. Can you tell me what those changes might be?
I was going to answer the phone, but
phone
we're not
is it?
sure whose it is.
Sorry, it's fine.
We can. I can start, and again, we have our staff here from the sewer plant and sewer department, as well as Mrs. Rhodes, the city engineer. We are asking that council pass an ordinance to update our pre-treatment requirements that are included in the codified ordinances in section 915. The city recently received its new National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System, or NPDES permit. It is a permit that's issued by the Ohio EPA. And it controls, well, it allows us to accept and treat the sewage that comes from our industries and residences. And this time, they did ask that we update some of the language related to what we review and approve, as opposed to what the state would review and approve. Unless you really wanted to go through the minutia, it is fairly routine. There's nothing that negatively impacts us at all, and it is merely updating the ordinances to comply with the new NPDES. And we are not asking for emergency legislation.
I did notice that some language changes what comes from our customers to our treatment plant. That the EPA is supposed to be mostly concerned with what comes out of our treatment plant to the river, but they wanted us to change.
They're concerned about both because one impacts the other. But yes, you're right. They are very much concerned with how we treat and the treated water that then goes into the Great Miami River.
Do any of our current industries have a greater than 12 pH where they would be required to? I mean, is this going to affect any of our industries currently?
No.
I mean, I think it seems like it's the same 6 to 12, but that 11 to 12 now is going to require, if industries do that, they're required to do something.
Yeah, so there are no industries that currently discharge as you know, that would fall in that restricted area now. And we are really just doing this. It takes kind of the gray area out of it because it kind of says unless specifically authorized. Right. And so it's kind of like everybody's held to the 6 to 11 standard, and you know, it's more black and white.
Okay.
None. Anyone else on the council? Yes.
Is there any additional equipment or any additional testing equipment that we would need to?
No, we're currently testing our pH, and a pH meter tests pH, you know, between the low and the high. So no additional equipment.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
For the industry, are there meters that are monitoring their discharge before it gets to our wastewater treatment plant?
Yes, and they submit that to us and to the EPA. Just to us. Okay, yeah. So they monitor it and they send it to us. So they, if they have an industrial pre-treatment permit with the city, which means essentially that they're modifying their wastewater before it goes down the drain, that they are submitting that information to us. So we do know what they're submitting.
Who may or may not be.
Right. And I mean,
Yeah,
most,
correct.
if not all, of our industry our industrial businesses have pre-treatment facilities on site.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else from staff or elected officials have any comments or questions? And this is not emergency?
It is not.
Move forward.
Move forward.
We'll recommend unanimously to move forward without emergency.
Thank you.
Anything else to come before Utilities Committee? We are adjourned.